We're still together.
Even after the...
The ultimate test.
Michael Oku, CNN Entertainment News, New York.
Coming up, much more than clothing in store for you at a rock and roll retailer, and we open a window on the biggest high-tech stories of the year.
Solo en el Cartoon Network puedes convertirte en un monstruo, salvarte de ser destruido, ver muchas caras del guardabosques Smith y pasar una tarde con superaventuras.
¡Saber un chisme caricatún!
Mirar 3 horas al Pato Lucas, escribirle a Dino, ayudar a Pierre a encontrar su auto y ganar una carrera de autos por ayudarlo.
¡Oh, inspector, mire eso!
Ver un nuevo estreno mundial de Toons cada semana, ver a tu gato debutar en TV y disfrutar con una mano llamada Haas.
Sin olvidar lo que puedes ganar.
Tener lo último en Japo Animación.
Tener tu propio Fez como el mío.
Y esto es solo un comercial de 60 segundos, fanáticos Caricatoon. Es su oportunidad de hacer sus Fantasy Caricatoons realidad.
¡Fantástico! Pero si no tienes el Cartoon Network...
Toma el teléfono o telerreloj y llama a tu compañía de cable ahora.
¡Qué gran secreto!
No es un secreto. El Cartoon Network es el mejor canal Caricatoon.
Explore the world with CNN Travel Guide. Every place you've ever wanted to go, every adventure you've ever dreamed of. Travel Guide offers practical advice on planning your trip, plus insights into the people and places to visit, and the latest bargains and deals to help get the most out of your leisure time. Travel Guide, Sunday on CNN International.
This is Wall Street, not much more than a narrow strip of pavement that runs from Broadway to the East River. But the business and investment decisions made here along these 7 short blocks have an impact on the lives of each and every one of us, affecting our job security, our mortgage interest rates, and the size of our retirement nest eggs.
Moneyline with Lou Dobbs weekdays on CNN International.
A movie that some suggested might walk the plank in the midst of high production costs dropped anchor in theaters last week, and Cutthroat Island collected almost $3 million in booty at the box office. I had a chance recently to talk with the stars of the film about their cutthroat business.
London, and that goes for $15,000.
Maybe you ought to go with that Barry Manilow clock instead. Mark Shearer, CNN Entertainment News, New York.
The year in cybersmut, what Congress did to keep you from seeing these online images. And furs, jewels, and candelabra, this must be Liberace's place.
News and information are essential for today's travelers. Make certain you choose a CNN International Partner Hotel next time you travel. For more information about these and other fine hotels, ring 44-1494-791-929 for your free copy of the Guide to CNN International Partner Hotels.
Another action-packed week in the NBA. All the spectacular moves, the jams, the bombs from three-point land, and all the highlights with Nick and Fred, the best team in sports. This week in the NBA, Monday on CNN International.
Uno de los 210 países y territorios en los que usted puede ver CNN Internacional.
With time running out in 1995, we've been taking a look at the top showbiz stories of the year. Number 8 on our list begins with the tiniest of chips, but extends around the globe. Dennis Michael reports 1995 was a year in which Hollywood hopped on the internet, the digital revolution picked up speed, and Bill Gates gathered no moss.
Rolling Stone's Start Me Up was the theme for the launch of Windows 95. Its new Start button and easier controls got most of the attention when the new operating system went on sale in late August. But the real benefits were under the hood, according to Microsoft founder Bill Gates.
This is a 32-bit operating system, and so it means the ability to use all of your memory and not run into resource limitations is dramatically better than any previous version of Windows.
10 million copies of Windows 95 had sold by year's end, but not everyone in the computer business was cheering the arrival of the long-awaited operating system. Included with the package is the software to hook up with the newly formed Microsoft Network online service. Existing online services like America Online, Prodigy, and CompuServe feared MSN would thus be positioned to compete unfairly in the burgeoning online business. A Justice Department investigation was launched. Although that investigation is ongoing, the online industry's leaders say there's plenty of room now for everyone.
We're at about 7-8 million subscribers today. It's predicted that we'll be in 50 to 60 million homes within 3 or 4 years. So there's a lot of growth to go. The race has just begun, and we're all going to grow very quickly.
Part of the growth of the online services can be traced to an explosion of excitement about the Internet and its World Wide Web. Services offered web browsing software, and a new web homepage was being established every few minutes for net surfers to visit. The movie studios were quick to capitalize on the millions of new cyber citizens and use the net to promote their productions.
I don't think it'll be every film, but I think a lot of films really do appeal to the type of folks you want to bring into the theater.
But as the so-called information superhighway grew in all directions, so did concern over traffic control. Lawmakers in Congress, while creating the new telecommunications bill, demanded curbs on so-called cyber porn, which seemed to flow freely on the internet, restrictions that rose hackles on some in the cyber community.
By saying that there are certain materials that are lewd and lascivious and therefore inappropriate, you're basically putting a damper on the entire free flow of information. Because who is to define what is lewd, what is lascivious, or what might be just politically unpopular?
By year's end, lawmakers reached agreement on a provision to ban transmission of sexually explicit material to minors and tried to put the first governmental control on the digital anarchy of the Internet. Dennis Michael, CNN Entertainment News, Hollywood.
Still to come, Liberace's Rings and Things preserved for all eternity. And tomorrow, Meg Ryan and Robert Downey Jr. find love in a time of ruin in restoration.
News and information are essential for today's travelers. Make certain you choose a CNN International Partner Hotel next time you travel. For more information about these and other fine hotels, ring 44-1494-791-929 for your free copy of the guide to CNN International Partner Hotels.
Calvin Klein,
Mary McFadden,
Issey Miyake.
all of the great names from the world of fashion.
Can be seen with the first lady of style.
Elsa Clench.
Saturday on CNN International.
She's in New York. He's in L.A. And between them, you'll find the biggest stars, hottest movies, and the latest in TV, music, and the stage. From Broadway to Hollywood, in front of the camera and behind the scenes. If entertainment's making news, Jim Murray and Lauren Sidney will tell you what's happening in showbiz today. Weekdays only on CNN International.
Right now, business is being done. Somewhere in the world, stocks, bonds, currencies, and commodities are being traded. 24 hours a day, CNN covers the global marketplace. Watch for our business news updates on CNN International.
Now CNN International covers Asia as it never has before, from its new production center in Hong Kong, with anchor Patricia Chu and correspondents throughout the region. Nobody covers Asia like the people who cover the world. CNN International.
Liberace
Liberace was one of the most beloved entertainers in the history of Las Vegas. Which star is favored to win the Best Actor Oscar? We'll see you then. In New York, I'm Lauren Sidney.
And in Hollywood, I'm Paul Verkaman. I think you're going to like this, Lauren. We'll leave you with Bruce Springsteen, Bruce, from the Dead Man Walking soundtrack for Jim Murray and everyone here at Showbiz Today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
There's a pale horse coming, and I'm gonna ride it. I'll rise in the morning, my fate decided. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man walking. Once I had a job, I had a girl. But between our dreams and actions lies this world. In the deep fiery, they're bloody.
Well, there may be some good news for the Philippines. Here is Tropical Storm Dan. Here's the mainland region of China. This is now moving off towards the northeast. That will be good news since this system has been plaguing the central Philippines for the past several days with heavy amounts of rainfall. As it moves off towards the northeast in the Philippine Sea, we will see maximum winds just about 45 knots. Moving on northward into Japan from about Honshu northward into Sakhalin Island, there's going to be some raw weather, windy with snow. Also a frontal system sliding south across Mongolia into northeastern sections of China. On the heels of that, there will be the introduction of snowfall there as well. Moving on towards Europe, we've got an interesting several items to talk about. Across Scandinavia, a little bit of snowfall right along that frontal system. Here comes some Atlantic moisture, also for Ireland, into sections of France on down into the Iberian Peninsula, and it'll be in this range. 40-knot winds, certainly a possibility. Now, for troop movements in the Bosnia-Herzegovina region, looks like snowfall back in the forecast. So this is going to be some bad news for that region. This area of low pressure, right around this is where we're expecting the wet weather to maintain. Very cold conditions for Moscow at 14 below Celsius. Look for some snow flurries in Bucharest. Ice fog in Warsaw is going to be 8 below Celsius there, and a sunny day for Brussels. Well, it looks like for Libya, the frontal system stretching out of the Mediterranean, some clouds here, not a whole lot in the way of moisture. You might see an isolated shower. Through the Rift Valley, occasional afternoon and evening storms, also through the Mozambique Channel and through Madagascar, and that's about it. Well, for Inchimana, Chad, sunshine and Teddy, partly cloudy and 26. In North America, a powerful storm system moves into the west with plenty of snow and rain.
To our viewers around the world at this special time of year, a wish for peace on Earth from CNN International.
CNN Internacional empezó con una idea sencilla: mantener informado al mundo 24 horas al día.
I think this was an amazing sight.
Cubriendo negocios y mercados mundiales 7 días a la semana. Informando sobre el enorme campo del deporte internacional. Actualizando el estado del tiempo alrededor del mundo, seleccionando entretenimiento, teatro y películas.
Pacino puts all the power into Scent of a Woman.
Las últimas tendencias en moda, diseño y estilo. Información a fondo sobre salud, medio ambiente, ciencia y tecnología. Cobertura en vivo de eventos mundiales importantes desde una perspectiva internacional. Comenzando el intercambio de ideas en el único programa mundial de entrevistas en televisión. En un mundo complejo, siempre está CNN Internacional, manteniendo informado al mundo. Es así de sencillo.
Frustration over the stubborn war in Bosnia has...
We have given Somalia back to the Somalis.
The sluggish world economy has most...
The number of Indians carrying the AIDS virus has doubled.
Ecological disaster could mean economic ruin.
These are the events that have defined our times. These are today's world leaders who are shaping our future. CNN International presents a new weekly program of analysis focusing on the events, the politics, and the issues facing our world. World leaders, newsmakers, and experts provide international perspective and insight on global economics, environmental concerns, and the search for peace in a complex and changing world.
Boris Yeltsin win the referendum in your view? Everything indicates that he will.
CNN World Affairs correspondent Ralph Begleiter explores all sides of the issues for an international audience when he takes a global view. Saturday, only on CNN International.
Noticiero CNN Internacional, con Jorge Gestoso y Patricia Yaniot.
Bienvenidos al Centro Mundial de CNN en Atlanta. Jorge Gestoso continúa de vacaciones. Estos son los titulares. Más adelante en el noticiero CNN Internacional, las encendidas protestas contra el nuevo ensayo nuclear francés. Y un jefe militar norteamericano evalúa positivamente la acción de sus tropas en Bosnia.
News and information are essential for today's travelers. Make certain you choose a CNN International Partner Hotel next time you travel. For more information about these and other fine hotels, ring 44-1494-791-929 for your free copy of the Guide to CNN International Partner Hotels.
Fines de semana en CNN, el mundo de la buena vida. Seleccionamos el mejor entretenimiento. Damos pasos positivos para ayudarle a llevar una vida sana. Mostramos alta costura y diseño. Exploramos nuevas maravillas y modos de vida. Un mundo de programas por descubrir de parte de la gente que cubre su mundo. Sábado en CNN.
Yeah?
Hey, Dick, turn on the Cartoon Network. G-Force is on.
Okay, Elroy, my boy, thanks for the tip. Hello, Betty.
Hi, Top Cat.
Turn on the Cartoon Network, little lady. You're missing Bugs and Zappy.
Oh, great, I'll get Wilma. Hello there, Race. What are you doing?
Wrestling alligators. How about you?
Watching the Centurions on Cartoon Network.
Hey, Betty, who are you talking to?
Oh, nobody.
Moxie, come on over. The Flintstones are on Cartoon Network.
Great! Will Melody be there?
Yeah, she'll be here.
Hey, Space Ghost! Everybody's going over to Races to watch Cartoon Network. Be there.
Oh, good. Will we get to watch my hilarious late-night talk show?
No, we're watching the Flintstones.
Jetson, turn on Cartoon Network. Two Stupid Dogs is on.
We don't get Cartoon Network here at the office.
Then call or write your cable operator and tell them to tune you in, or else I'll hit them with my spank ray.
El presidente del gobierno español, Felipe González, anunció hoy oficialmente que las elecciones parlamentarias se celebrarán el 3 de marzo. González adelantó en más de un año los comicios. El anuncio ocurre en un mal momento para el gobernante, puesto que las encuestas colocan a su partido como virtual perdedor. Desde Madrid, Ignacio Alonso, mensajes comerciales, un deporte cuya popularidad empieza a estar por las nubes.
Le presentamos una de las más grandes herramientas inventadas. Es la impresionante llave Gripsonite. Si alguna vez a usted se le ha rodado un perno, usted necesita esta llave. Si ya se ha cansado de ese montón desordenado de herramientas, compre esta llave. Si usted busca una herramienta que sea superior a 20 otras, compre la llave Gripsonite. Esta increíble herramienta se ajusta automáticamente a pernos de cualquier tamaño. Es rápido y es tan fácil. Fácil de apretar, fácil de aflojar. No importa si es con medidas del sistema métrico o estándar. Gripsonite se ajusta a todo y su increíble diseño le da el poder de agarre todas las veces. Las llaves antiguas solo hacen contacto en 2 puntos, pero vea cómo Gripsonite agarra el perno en 3 puntos para un control total. Sin soltar, sin rodar y sin resbalar. Úsela para plomería o cualquier tubo. El diseño universal le da un apriete seguro cada vez. Incluso manos pequeñas obtienen un increíble poder de torque con la llave Gripsonite. Es perfecta para el coche o el bote. Usted puede usarla en todas partes fuera y dentro de la casa, para bicicletas, lavabos y tuberías. Esta llave siempre es la herramienta perfecta para cada ocasión. Llame ahora y compre la original llave Gripsonite. Pero espere, para que este sea una verdadera oferta, incluso le enviaremos esta mini llave Kryptonite. La mini Kryptonite es perfecta para aquellos trabajos apretados y de mayor precisión. Hágalo simple, compre Kryptonite. Ahora es su oportunidad de obtener la llave Kryptonite original, la más grande herramienta que haya puesto en sus manos. Y con esta oferta especial para la televisión, usted tendrá también la segunda llave. Decídase, el set de llaves Kryptonite. No espere. Disponible en todo el mundo a través de Interwood. Para ordenar y para obtener información cómo pagar en moneda local, llame al número en su pantalla ahora. Esta oferta especial para la televisión está disponible solo por un tiempo limitado. No demore. Usted puede ordenar en todos estos países. Las operadoras están esperando para tomar su pedido. Si las líneas están ocupadas, por favor llame otra vez. Quedará absolutamente satisfecho. Las operadoras locales están esperando su llamada. Llame ahora y aproveche esta oferta especial limitada. Llame ahora.
A continuación, nuestros segmentos de economía y deportes.
El gobierno ecuatoriano invertirá 341 millones de dólares para ayudar al sector productivo del país.
Cómo esta mujer pasó de asilada política a estrella de la canción latina.
Corrientes Económicas se enorgullece de asociarse con ABB, líder mundial de la ingeniería eléctrica.
"1995, a year of trials, by nature's wrath and by terrorists' hate. The year saw the world shaken by conflict and corruption. Peace was put on trial by a tragedy in Israel and given a chance in Bosnia. Look back at the year in review with Noticiero CNN Internacional anchors Jorge Gestoso and Patricio Joniot. Panorama 1995 in Spanish, only on CNN International.
En el mundo de la música latina ha irrumpido una cantante cubana que con su éxito está acallando a quienes consideraban que su estilo no tenía futuro. Esta es, como nos dice Bonnie Anderson, la historia de al final. Gracias por habernos acompañado. Que tengan una feliz noche. Regresamos mañana.
To our viewers around the world at this special time of year, a wish for peace on earth from CNN International.
Recently, Future Watch looked at inventive ideas that are more than just child's play.
This is how we'll live in the year 2014, according to the winners of the Exploravision contest, with some help from professional artists. The kids were asked to consider a current technology and imagine how it might change in 20 years. They put together their own videos to show judges how their inventions would work. 4 boys from Lynchburg, Virginia were the winners in the kindergarten through 3rd grade category. They chose smoke detectors. Their improved model includes an alarm wired to every bed in the house that vibrates to wake up sleeping residents. Will any of these inventions ever be manufactured? Well, in the year 2014, the youngsters who participated in this contest will be old enough to start their own businesses and make them themselves.
Signing off. See you in the future.
Future Watch, weekends on CNN International.
This is CNN International.
sights and sounds of the Philippines, one of 210 countries and territories where you can watch CNN International.
From CNN International, this is World News with Bettina Lucia at the CNN Center.
Hello and welcome. Coming up on World News this hour, the last minute on board American Airlines Flight 965.